Toddy Shepherd said 168 hours to learn a 3 to 5 minute stand-up comedy routine. Thank you for your ideas and keep them coming.
So if you give us an idea of what to do, we're going to shout you out if we choose your idea next week.
Yeah, so it's the stand-up comedy, it's a new round. How you guys looking forward to it?
I feel like we're kind of naturally funny, me and you.
Yeah, it's like us.
Us two. So then at the end of the week, we're going to have an audience that we're going to perform this
Are you
to.
serious?
And get them to judge it.
Oh no.
And you have to write your own content, eh?
Yeah,
That's
you can't
relatable.
steal.
Yes.
I was thinking that, but
Insert Tongan video here.
what was that? Sorry, it said shut up. I was gonna get slapped. Insert. I want to slap you.
I want to slap you right now.
I want to slap you.
No, insert. How can she slap?
What? I think sometimes your jokes like they go in my head, but then I watch them later and they're like crack up. Yeah,
Oh.
Sometimes.
it's like the time. Your sarcasm's too strong.
You got Asian jokes. I got short jokes.
Oh, what is
He's
that?
got.
Slow jokes.
Some brown.
Slow though.
Yeah,
What
you
is
can do the
hungry?
brown. Like, I went to the shop
yeah.
and the owner followed me around the store.
Man, I went to the shop and like down the back, and then the lady was like, "Is she following me?"
Oh, I hate that.
I was like, "Oh, you get that?"
Oh,
No, she gets someone comes up to him. How much is this?
Oh,
Where is it?
denied. All right, let's go practice.
Hi guys.
Hi, I'm all.
So I haven't written it. I've just got my concept, so I'm testing my ideas.
I vote for Natalie and Matthew.
Thank you. So we've got Adrian, Nat, Debbie, and Baby Alexander.
He's asleep already.
Oh! Are you gonna stand up or is this sit down comedy?
You're standing.
Oh! Sick bird.
No,
Man, we're funnier than them.
not a roast.
Get off the stage!
It's not a roast.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, so my story that I'm going to use on the nut is actually a true story. So it starts like this. I was driving and I was going to the petrol.
Can we give you feedback now?
Yep.
You need to finish on a better punchline.
I know, I told you it's not finished.
I think you should look at us when you talk and don't.
He was.
You can make other things funny as well. Like, don't wait for the punchline to come in there. But their story is hilarious.
She actually followed me through the whole aisle while I pretended to look for something that I didn't need.
You should have gone to the shortbread.
Man, no. The comments are gonna be like, your mum needs her own channel.
Yeah.
And it'll just be me saying, that's my mum.
Hey yo, what's up? I'm really nervous and I don't usually get nervous. Pretty nervous, like just making a fool of myself. Probably the biggest fear coming with it is like no one laughs at my jokes. Like I don't even know if they're funny, man. Man, this is hard. Like this is deep out of the comfort zone. I couldn't even practice in front of my dad or my partner because I just kept thinking about like them not laughing. Oh my goodness.
Hello, it is day 7 and I'm not gonna lie, I have done zero anything this week because I have been procrastinating because I really do not want to do this challenge. But that's okay, I am going to figure out what I'm going to say now and practice so that I can act confidently on the stage. Hello, good evening. My name is Natalie Choi Ling Ng and what are you doing?
What?
Why did you close your eyes?
It was too hard to watch. Alright, continue. Ouch!
Oh jeez! If it's a boy, I'll call him Trevor.
What's up? 168 hours up. and we have our beautiful
awkward.
audience here.
Anita!
And they're gonna choose who their favorite person is. They're gonna watch all of our routines and then they're gonna write down the name they think is best and hold it up. Let's go. Good evening, guys. Thank you for coming. I went to the petrol station the other day and I pulled in and I went up to the petrol pump and this homeless lady like walked in front of my car. I'm assuming she's homeless, that's a little bit racist. Anyway, she walks in front of my car and I'm not sure if you've ever driven through Manukau before, but if you have, you will have a clean windscreen because every single light has window washers. Like, I kid you not, like every direction will have window washers. Your car will be clean. I've had mine washed 3 times at 3 consecutive lights before. Anyway, that was just a long way of telling you that my doors are locked. So I was at the petrol station and a lady comes up to my window and she goes to me, "Do you have any change?" Sorry, I forgot my racist accent. She says, "You got any change, bro?" And I look at her, I'm like, "No, sorry." She says, "Do you have your card?" And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, I can't say that I don't have it because how would I be at a petrol station buying something? Anyway, I tell her that I have my card. She's like, "Can you buy me a large mocha?" Thinking in my head, oh my gosh, I can't believe this lady is asking for a $5 drink. Like, it's the largest size that she wants and I'm getting like, I know like. But anyway, the Christian in me takes over. I'm like, "Sure, I'll buy you a mocha." So the lady walks away and she starts walking to the petrol station. As I'm walking across, all I hear is, "Oh my gosh." I'm looking around, I'm thinking like the petrol station's being robbed. She looks at me from across the petrol station, like not close, she goes, "You're a little person." I kid you not, she says that to me and I'm thinking, okay, it's fine. Every single person in the petrol station is looking at me, like they're filling up the petrol, they're like pretending they're not looking but they're still looking. And I'm like, she comes to me, she goes, "Are you an actor?" I'm thinking, oh, I could be an actor. Like, I like where this is going. She goes, "Were you in Star Wars?" I'm thinking, Star Wars, like, well, this is going downhill quickly. She says, "Were you an Ewok?" I kid you not, she says this to me in the middle of the car. But anyway, I'm like getting a little bit more annoyed. I'm like, no, I wasn't that. I was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I walk into the petrol station and she starts telling me about a documentary she saw about little people and how some guy was buying like this house. Okay, how am I going to deal with this situation? And I've got it, sarcasm, so I say to her, "Can short people buy houses?" She looks at me and she says, "Actually, I prefer being called little people because they find short offensive." And I'm thinking, you just called me a freaking Ewok and you think that little is offensive. Anyway, I said, "Sorry, can little people buy houses?" And she goes, she looks me dead in the eye. Her whole like demeanor changes and she says, "Little people can do anything they set their hearts and minds to." Here I am like getting offended, like this lady's actually really nice, she's being really kind to me. I was being a sarcastic little Oompa Loompa to her 5 seconds ago. And this is all going on in my head, like a span of 1 second. She turns to the person, so she just said, "You can do anything you want to." She turns to the island guy in front of her and she says, "Except reach door handles," gives him a high five. And I'm looking at the island guy, like Matthew's height. I'm like, bro, what the heck? And he goes, "It was a good one." And like tries to give me a high five. Anyway, I go up to the counter. So he asked me, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Can I order a short mocha?" And she looks at me and she's like, "What?" Like annoyed that I'm not getting her large mocha. I'm like ready to win this argument. I say, "Can I have a little mocha, please?"
Yeah.
And I walk out.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Natalie Ng, and I am a Chinese born here in New Zealand. So some of you might not know I have a Chinese name. It's Choi Ling. And my dad loves to tell me the story of how I got my Chinese name. There's this Chinese tradition where when you're expecting a baby, you'll invite all your family members around and everyone will raid your kitchen in your like utensil drawers, and they'll bring out their like forks and knives and chopsticks and rice bowls, and like everyone will gather in a circle, and on the count of 3 everyone throws up the utensils and then they'll listen in, and it will be like ching chong ting chong, and that's how I got my name. Anyways, luckily for me, as you might know, I'm marrying a white person, so I'm not going to be doing that Asian tradition. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to say my next joke anymore. And so luckily I've already got my firstborn's names planned. So if it's a boy, I'm going to call him Trevor. If it's a girl, I'll name her Lily. And if if they're half black, I'm gonna name them Something Wong. Laugh, guys! Oh my god! I'm like struggling. I'm really fighting not to say the F word right now. I like the flustered word. I'm flustered! Oh, I don't even want to carry on.
Keep going, keep going.
It's funny.
This is my first time doing stand-up comedy because it's not really me, and people have always told me that the trick to a successful stand-up comedian is to like look at yourself, find your flaws and make fun of yourself, and I've really just struggled with that because I'm flawless and see, I told you, that's so dry. But it would have been good for like a bridging one. Anyways, okay. My dad always asks me, what do you call cats? And he says, dog food. And then what does my dad call dogs?
Human food?
That's crazy! Dinner. And on that note, I'm hungry, so goodbye. Oh my god! You Jenkinson!
Why haven't we given Māori their stolen land back? We know the Treaty of Waitangi interpretations didn't match, therefore the contract was void. Demonstrate the situation with the shoe. So the colonizers come and they steal the shoe. Hey bro, you stole my shoe! I'm very sorry sir, I apologize, deeply apologize, I'm sorry. Then give my shoe back then. Nah man, sorry sir, this is mine, I want it. But that's my shoe! Well, how about this, sir? How about I'll give you parts of your shoe back over like a long period of time? How does that sound? Boys, let's F this dude up! So that's happened because Māori are unfairly treated and they're unfairly treated and they can't cop a lot of slack from people. But there are other groups of people who are the real villains in our society. Alright? I'm going to give you a hint. Let's see if you can guess. So these group of people, they can't drive. These group of people come to your living area. They take up all the space and they contribute zero to society. These group of people, when walking, have no regard for anybody else. Obviously, I am talking about old people. The elderly, senior citizens. Did you know that they are actually a terrorist organization operating under our very noses? You may think that they're sweet and fragile and innocent, but I beg to differ. They actually steal a large amount of the country's money through a scheme called the pension. Their reach is nationwide. There's no place public transport can't take them. And across the world they have evil headquarters popping up under the public name rest homes. It's terrible, and sadly my grandparents were active members of this community. And one day they forced me to go visit them by using an evil sneaky tactic by calling my dad and saying, those grandkids don't visit me anymore. So I went to visit them at the rest home. And the thing about this terrorist organization is that all their members are on the way out. So their actions, they're just unpredictable. So anyway, I'm going to this rest home, true story. Going to my grandparents' room, and on my way there's this old guy and he's on a walker. But the thing is, he's naked. He's just like on the walker, just like a pendulum, just going. And out of nowhere, this nurse comes out and is like, Mr. Johnson, where are your clothes? And this guy thought it was the funniest thing in his life. He's just like, I was horrified. How do we defeat an enemy this ruthless, this crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in my next challenge, where I have 168 hours to exterminate those no good, toothless, wheelchair riding, joint creaking, hospital smelling, Dumbledore looking good for nothing, senior citizens.
What a journey!
I hate that audience, man.
Oh, negative points.
Yeah.
So I gave them the first tied score of 8 points each.
I gave Natalie 0. I think she bombed the delivery.
I thought Amu was really good, so I gave him a 7.8. That was good too. I feel like I was laughing at you more than your jokes, so I gave you a 5.9. And Matt, good job, mate, but not as funny as Amu, so I gave you a 6.9.
Nat, you tried really hard.
I didn't see it.
I'm like great start to the night. And you had me hooked on your story. And Matt, you also tried. Not as funny. But you're still good. But these are my scores. I'm 8.5.
Oh.
Nat 7.7. And Matt 6.8.
Oh.
She did Matt, I didn't remember.
Yeah.
So Natalie was a bit too racist.
Oh.
Well, actually, like, it reminded me of, like, I've been to a few comedy shows lately, and it kind of reminded me of, like, paying for, like, a comedy show.
Wow.
On stage.
I'm quitting my day job.
But in this setting, because I liked how Matt Dog was more like a homey feel, so in the end, I gave Matt Dog slightly higher.
What the hell do you feel?
Like,
Brown.
Racist.
like, I wouldn't pay for it, but...
Okay. Like we're in the home.
Yeah. So who was the winner? This is tough. Was it me? Amu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really nervous. Like having an audience and like people that aren't usually here when we're filming, it made it way harder to do.
Some of my punchlines didn't hit. But, oh well. No, I reckon it was a cool challenge because like he actually pushes you out of your comfort zone. This was actually the first challenge where I thought, man, I'm not feeling comfortable in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was before like the whole hour before coming here, I was like shivering. I was like, this is so horrible. This is the worst thing ever.
So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, 168 Hours.